Life-altering wisdom. Everyone has an end. It may be pleasant or sorrowful. Everyone who is born has to die, and once dead, he is as good as having not come into existence. One who adopts patience will never be deprived of success, though it may take a long time to reach him. One who assents or subscribes to the actions of a group or a party is as good as having committed the deed himself. A man who joins a sinful deed makes himself responsible for twofold punishments, one for doing the deed and the other for assenting and subscribing to it. 154. Accept promises of only those persons who can steadfastly adhere to their pledges. You are ordained to recognize the Imams, the right successors of the Holy Prophet, and to obey them. You have been shown, if you only care to see. You have been advised if you care to take advantage of advice. You have been told if you care to listen to good counsels. Admonish your brother comrade by good deeds and kind regards, and ward of his evil by favoring him. 1. Who enters the places of evil repute has no right to complain against a man who speaks ill of him. 1. Who acquires power cannot avoid favoritism. 1. Who is willful and conceited will suffer losses and calamities, and one who seeks advice can secure advantages of many counsels. 1. Who guards his secrets has complete control over his affairs. Poverty is the worst form of death. 1. Who serves a person from whom he gets no reciprocal performance of duties, in fact, worships him. One should not obey anyone against the commands of Allah. Do not blame a man who delays in securing what are his just rights, but blame lies on him who grasps the rights which do not belong to him. Conceit is a barrier to progress and improvement. Death is near, and our mutual company is short. There is enough light for one who wants to see. It is wiser to abstain than to repent. Often inordinate desire to secure a single gain acts as a hindrance for the quest of many profitable pursuits. People often hate those things which they do not know or cannot understand. Ed Boon, who seeks advice, learns to realize his mistakes, like text. One who struggles for the cause of Allah secures victory over his enemies. When you feel afraid or nervous to do a thing, then do it, because the real harm which you may thus receive is less poignant than its expectation and fear. Your supremacy over others is in proportion to the extent of your knowledge and wisdom. The best way to punish an evildoer is to reward handsomely a good person for his good deeds. If you want to remove evil from the minds of others, then first give up evil intentions yourself. Obstinacy will prevent you from a correct decision. Greed is permanent slavery. Deficiency will result in shame and sorrow, but caution and foresight will bring peace and security. To keep silent when you can say something wise and useful is as bad as keeping on propagating foolish and unwise thoughts. If two opposite theories are propagated, one will be wrong. When truth was revealed to me, I never doubted it. I never lied, and the things revealed to me were not false. I never misled anybody, nor was I misled. One who starts tyranny will repent soon. Death is never very far. One who forsakes truth earns eternal damnation. One who cannot benefit by patience will die in grief. In this world, man is a target of death, an easy prey to calamities. Here every morsel and every draught is liable to choke one. Here one never receives a favor until he loses another instead. Here every additional day in one's life is a day reduced from the total span of his existence. When death is the natural outcome of life, how can we expect immortality? O son of Adam, if you have collected anything in excess of your actual need, you will act only as its trustee for someone else to use it. Hearts have the tendency of likes and dislikes and are liable to be energetic and lethargic. Therefore, make them work when they are energetic, because if hearts are forced to do a thing, they will be blinded. When I feel angry with a person, how and when should I satisfy my anger? Whether at a time when I am not in a position to retaliate, and people may advise me to bear patiently, or when I have power to punish, and I forgive. 193. Minds get tired like bodies. When you feel that your mind is tired, then invigorate it with sober advice. If you find that somebody is not grateful for all that you have done for him, then do not get disappointed, because often you will find that someone else feels under your obligation, though you have done nothing for him, and thus your good deeds will be compensated, and Allah will reward you for your goodness. The first fruit of forbearance is that people will sympathize with you, and they will go against the man who offended you arrogantly. One who takes account of his shortcomings will always gain by it. One who is unmindful of them will always suffer. One who is afraid of the day of judgment is safe from the wrath of Allah. One who takes lessons from the events of life gets vision, One who acquires vision becomes wise, and one who attains wisdom bears sorrows and calamities patiently. Otherwise, you will never be happy. One who comes into power often oppresses. Adversities often bring good qualities to the front. And if a friend envies you, then he is not a true friend. Body text. Avarice dulls the faculties of judgment and wisdom. Oppression and tyranny are the worst companions for the hereafter. The best deed of a great man is to forgive and forget. Body text. Silence will create respect and dignity. Justice and fair play will bring more friends. Benevolence and charity will enhance prestige and position. Courtesy will draw benevolence. Service of mankind will secure leadership, and good words will overcome powerful enemies. A greedy man will always find himself in the shackles of humility. There are people who worship Allah to gain his favors. This is the worship of traders, while there are some who worship him to keep themselves free from his wrath. This is the worship of slaves. A few who obey him out of their sense of gratitude and obligations. This is the worship of free and noble men.